So, what did you miss at Jubilee today? Well, you missed a spectacular service of carols and lessons. The choir, our music director Daniel Rubinoff, guest pianist, are just outdid themselves. It was the music moved through Mendelssohn and Rutter to African American spiritual to it was all there, and it opened up our hearts and our minds and our imaginations to the presence of God, the breaking in of God, the idea that the holy can be found in the place that we least expect, like a manger. Opened us up to that possibility in ways that are far beyond words. There are no simple words or rational way of explaining what happened this morning. It was just being wrapped up in this story, in this promise, in this sense of the holy here and now, present in this moment and anticipated in the next moment. And on top of that, we had the traditional story from Scripture read to us this morning in Tagalog and Estonian, in Greek, in French, in ASL, in Mohawk. We heard the story in many different languages, reminding ourselves as we go through Advent that there is no one series of traditions, no one culture that can have a franchise or the expectation of containing all the wonders that are Christmas, all of the joy and the anticipation and the excitement and the challenge that is God in our midst. And so we needed to hear other languages, even if we didn't know the words as familiar. We know the story and we could feel where we were going, and we could acknowledge that indeed Christmas is not just for us, the way we do things. Christmas is not bound by any culture or one way of telling a story or one series of expectations or experiences. That Christmas, that Jesus is not just ours, that God is not our sole property, that Jesus and the story of Christmas and the experience of God speaks to all of us in so many different ways that we could never ever hope to capture it all. So today we needed music to open up our hearts and our minds. We needed languages to broaden our experience, and it was wonderful. It felt truly holy, and I'm sorry you weren't there with us today, because it was a privilege to be there. It was one of those times where, as a community leader, as a worship leader, all I did was ask people to help and then get out of the way. And so the music flowed forth because we have dedicated, passionate musicians. And I asked for readers, and people stepped up and said, yes, I will share some of who I am, some of who my family is, some of where I come from and where I belong, and I will share it with you, the other community to which I belong. And wow, just wow. So I'm sorry you missed it. Hopefully we'll get to see you soon. But I encourage you this week, even though you weren't with us, to carry what we experienced today out into your life, to look for God in unexpected places, to open yourself up to new experiences, to new ways of understanding, celebrating Christmas, God's presence, Jesus, the story of Jesus. There are so many ways to just hang on to a couple. Doesn't do Christmas justice, doesn't do God justice, it doesn't do us justice either. So this week, try something new. Listen with new ears. Open your eyes, open your heart, and discover, as we discover this morning, you are not alone. And it's an amazing, amazing thing to know. Till we see you again, God bless.